Welcome, all my wild-hearted Sagittarius souls, both long-time cosmic wanderers and brand new truth seekers to Zodiac Talks Tarot. Whether you stumbled here during a late-night YouTube spiral or came looking for answers the stars forgot to text you directly, you've landed in the right place. My name is not important, but just know I've been decoding the language of the stars, the psyche, and the silent whispers of the soul for over 2 decades. And let me tell you, Sagittarius, something big just happened in your sky. Jupiter, your galactic godparent and ruling planet, has officially stepped into Cancer. Translation? Your emotional life just got a divine spotlight. Family patterns, home vibes, unspoken hurts, and long-lost dreams are all coming up for air. And here's the kicker: it's not to drown you. It's to free you. Think of it like this: your inner GPS has been spinning in circles, recalculating your route since, probably that moment you realized you were bored to death with your stable life. Let's be real, stability to a Sagittarius feels a little like a padded cell. This planetary shift, paired with the recent full moon in your sign, is your spiritual reset button. Ding! Wake up! Life's not supposed to be a rerun, and if it feels like one, the universe is nudging you to flip the script. Now, if you're among the chosen ones and you know who you are, this isn't just another forecast. This is a call to mission. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to blaze trails, ask the big questions, and inspire others simply by daring to live authentically. That restlessness in your chest? That craving for something more? It's not a flaw. It's your soul remembering who you are. And let's not forget, your outer world is just your inner world wearing a costume. What you avoid internally will keep showing up externally like a bad ex with worse timing. But what you face with compassion and clarity, that stuff becomes gold. Transformation doesn't come wrapped in glitter. It often shows up disguised as discomfort, breakdowns, and "why is this happening to me?" moments. But trust me, on the other side is alignment, joy, and freedom, which just so happen to be Sagittarius' favorite flavors of existence. So grab your metaphorical bow, aim higher than you've dared before, and let's explore what the stars have in store. Because disappointment? That was yesterday's story. Today, everything changes. And it starts with you. If you've made it this far, Sagittarius, or if you're Cancer, Scorpio, or Virgo with a front row seat to this energy, just know this message might hit you right in the soul's funny bone. Whether you have Sagittarius in your Sun, rising, or Venus placement, you're exactly where the universe meant you to be. And if not, that's okay too. Take what resonates, and kindly return the rest to the cosmic lost and found. This isn't a one-size-fits-all horoscope, it's more like a 5-course soul meal. And no, you're not here for leftovers. You're here for the main course. The feast. The juicy truth you didn't even know you were hungry for. Now let's be honest, lately, something's felt off. You can't quite put your bow on it, but there's a lingering sense of meh floating around. Maybe you're going through the motions, smiling when you're supposed to, working hard, doing all the things, but inside, there's a silent scream that says, "Is this really it?" If life were a dance, it's like the music stopped and nobody told you. You're still moving, but you can't hear the rhythm anymore. That, my dear Sagittarius, is the sound of your soul asking for more. Your guides are gently, or not so gently, nudging you to notice the disconnect. You've built a life that looks fine from the outside, heck, it might even look great, but inside, you know you're only living half your truth. And in the wise words of Buddhist philosophy, suffering often comes not from what is, but from what we cling to that no longer serves us. Whether it's an identity, a relationship, a job, or just the belief that you should be more content if it's built on illusion, it's time to let it go. Now here's the kicker. Some of y'all are still sitting around waiting for someone or something to come save you. A person. a promotion, a planetary alignment. But your guides? They're rolling their eyes in celestial patience and whispering, have a date with yourself already. Go for a walk without your phone. Sit under a tree and talk to it. No judgment, trees are excellent listeners. Eat dinner alone without doom scrolling. Reconnect with your wild, wise, Sagittarian self. Because here's the truth, you were never meant to be rescued. You're not the damsel in distress Yuri, the wild horse who never needed a saddle. And if you're one of the chosen ones, that feeling of being alone isn't a punishment. It's preparation. Solitude doesn't mean isolation, it means sacred space. A clean canvas for your next masterpiece. So go ahead. Romantically date your own soul. It's a love story the universe has been waiting for you to write. Let's talk about what's really going on behind those tired eyes and tight shoulders, Sagittarius. The cards have spoken and they're not whispering sweet nothings. We've got the King of Pentacles, hello, financial pressure, the Hierophant, soul contracts and life lessons, justice, karmic rebalancing, and the Tower, ah yes, everyone's favorite emotional bulldozer. Translation? You're not just going through a rough patch, you're being spiritually steam cleaned. June and July aren't just two random months on the calendar anymore. They've turned into a cosmic purge party, and you, my friend, are the guest of honor. Welcome to the emotional detox. Bring tissues and snacks. Here's the truth, if you're feeling like you're drowning in overwhelm, you probably are. Not in water, but in unprocessed emotions, unpaid bills, and unspoken fears. And let me tell you, this isn't the kind of drowning where someone can just throw you a life vest. If anyone tries to save you right now, chances are you'll pull them under with you. Not because you're selfish, but because your energy field is already bursting at the seams. Codependency isn't love, darling, it's like trying to breathe through someone else's oxygen mask. So, put yours on first. Take a deep breath. Exhale the drama. Now let's talk about the elephant in the bank account, money stress. Yep, it's real. Business has slowed. Maybe the job market's been rough. Or maybe your inner artist is tired of being broke and fabulous. But here's the pivot, the universe is actually giving you a push, not a punishment. You're being called to show up online, in your truth, with your gifts front and center. The world doesn't need another filtered influencer. It needs you. The raw, real, soul-powered version of you. Sell your magic. Promote your services. Post that thing. Go live. Whatever it is, share it. And if you're a parent, here's the holy truth wrapped in velvet. You can't pour from an empty chalice. Your kids don't need a perfect parent. They need a present one. So fill your own cup first. Hydrate, meditate, dance it out in the kitchen, whatever it takes. Because even chosen ones have rent to pay. But here's the twist, your gift is your solution. When you honor it, life starts honoring you back. Let's have a little heart-to-heart, Sagittarius, because if there's one thing I've learned in my years studying astrology, psychology, and the wild ride that is the human condition, it's this: the past has a sneaky way of wearing perfume and calling you when you're vulnerable. But listen closely, stop romanticizing the past. That great love, that golden era of your business, that phase when you had it all together? You're looking at it through nostalgia's favorite filter. And honey, nostalgia is a liar with great lighting. It'll sell you reruns and call it a reunion. Truth is, that chapter already ended. Trying to relive it is like trying to get back with an ex after you already changed the locks spiritually and emotionally. Now, while we're at it, let's talk about protecting your energy. That includes your actual purse, by the way. Spiritually and literally, this is not the time to be leaving your bag or your boundaries wide open. Energetic pickpockets are real. We're in what I call karmic cleanup season, where the universe sweeps out what no longer serves but not without first showing you exactly what still hurts. Betrayals, unresolved wounds, old fears, they may resurface, not to punish you, but to release you. But here's the catch, you can't heal what you keep pretending didn't hurt. You've got to name it, feel it, and let it go. Yes, even that one thing you swore you were totally over. And speaking of things you're totally over but not really, are you still mentally living with your ex? Still walking through your current life while dragging their ghost around like emotional luggage? Sagittarius, that was your tower moment. The breakdown already happened. The house burned down. Now it's time to rebuild, but this time, make sure the foundation includes self-respect, boundaries, and a working smoke detector. Don't wait for someone else to assign you value. In Buddhist philosophy, the lotus doesn't bloom because someone told it to, it rises because that's what it's born to do. And so are you. You don't need approval to evolve. You don't need closure to grow. You just need to stop watering dead plants and start turning your face toward the sun. Let's take a breath, Sagittarius. And I mean a real one. Deep inhale. Exhale the past. Because let's be honest, those good old days you keep mentally vacationing to? They weren't nearly as golden as you remember. Maybe they had good lighting, maybe the soundtrack slapped, and maybe your jeans fit better. But they're gone. And more importantly, they needed to go. That old job, that old relationship, that old version of you who tolerated things just to keep the peace? All expired. Letting go isn't failure, it's evolution. You can't start a new chapter if you keep trying to scribble in the margins of yesterday's story. And here's your truth bomb, if you're always looking back, you're going to trip over the blessings right in front of you. And trust me, they're piling up. Now let's have a moment of real talk. Are you still low-key hoping the one who broke your heart is going to come back and finally get it right? Sagittarius, that's not love, that's trauma on repeat. You're playing emotional whack-a-mole with your own peace. That's the Three of Swords lesson, my friend. Pain doesn't vanish just because you slap a prettier story over it. If they were your soulmate, they wouldn't have shattered your sense of safety. And if they did? That's not a soulmate. That's a soul lesson. You passed it. You can stop taking the test. Here's what years of studying the stars, the psyche, and the soul have taught me: emotional healing isn't just fluff. It's your gateway to everything. Love, money, health, happiness, it all flows from your energy field. And if that field is still bleeding from a wound you haven't tended to, you're going to attract people who poke that bruise, not people who honor your scars. That relationship, that heartbreak, it wasn't punishment. It was a karmic contract. One you signed, soul level, to learn how to rise. And now that you have, you didn't survive all that just to stay stuck in it. You want abundance? You want love that doesn't drain you? You want peace that doesn't need to be earned? Start by loving yourself like you would your own child. Heal your body. Sleep like it's sacred. Laugh. Cry. Take a walk with no destination. Feed your nervous system gentleness. Go full glow up, not for Instagram, but for your spirit. When you become the love of your life, everyone else becomes optional. They're the bonus, not the source. And finally, my wild, wise Sagittarius, set the boundary. Say no to what dims your light even if it once lit up your whole world. Because this is your moment. The universe has the door wide open, but only you can walk through it. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for someone to hold your hand. You've already done the hard part, you remembered who you are. And before you ride off into your next cosmic adventure, do me and your future self a favor. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs a little truth and a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is Zodiac Talks Tarot, where we speak the truth, dance with the stars, and remind each other to never, ever settle for a life less than magical. Now go out there, Sagittarius, and live like the universe is conspiring in your favor, because it is.